And one day they turned around on me and said, "What are three things you did today?" And I thought, you know what?
You know, I want to go back to something you said a minute ago, going back to the home environment, about talking to your kids around the table about what you did. And I that really sort of struck me because I think that's really important and a lot of women miss that. But w I love the idea of making sure that your conversation as a family makes it very clear to your children, not just what you're doing and what your purpose is, your professional life and what you're working on and why it's important. I suppose also for your husband, Steve, would have been sharing the same thing. And it kind of makes the whole family invested in you as much as you're invested in them. And I think that's really important role modeling for how to live a balanced family life.
And but my mom cut out an article that was in the New York Times. This was back in the 60s that said families that have dinner together are stronger and the kids do better in school. And so she left that for my dad. And so my dad made it a priority to be home for dinner. And sometimes it was later, but he was always home. We always had a family dinner. But we would always go around the table and talk about what we had done that day. And so to get my kids to do that, so we always prioritize family dinners as well. And I would ask all three kids, I'd say, "Tell me three things you did today." And, I get grunts out of the boy and the girls would, always had stories. And one day they turned around on me and said, "What are three things you did today?" And I thought, you know what? I think they're ready to hear what I do. And it was a turning point because it did then became a family conversation. And I think that that's what family dinners, to be honest, were kind of about for me growing up, and that's what I wanted to make them about for our kids.